Okay, let's compare two sets of words here. So on the left, we have the words big, strong, and angry, which are descriptive words.
Right.
They're used to describe something. So we could say big boy, we could say strong gorilla, or angry mom.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then look at the right column here. We've made one change to each of the words. We've added
ER.
ER to the end. So we say bigger, stronger, and angrier. And what happens when we add that ER? These words become what we call comparatives, right? Words that are used to compare two things. So I could say, my house is bigger than yours.
Thanks.
Yeah, snobby thing to say. I could say, gorillas are stronger than humans.
Mm-hmm.
I'm comparing gorillas to humans. And then my mom is angrier than my dad. Comparing my mom to my dad.
Right.
Okay, so what is a comparative? A comparative is when you take a regular descriptive word, like we saw, big, and strong and angry, and then you add a ER to it, and that converts it to a word that compares two things, or a comparative word. Right, so that's what we're going to be studying, the word pattern called comparatives.
All right.
Okay, so the comparative pattern in Arabic is really simple. So a comparative in Arabic always starts with a hamza with a fatha on it, so an a, followed by 3 letters.
Is it 3 letters or less, like with the commands?
No, it's exactly 3 letters.
So no more, no less.
No more, no less.
Exactly 3.
Yep, exactly
right.
3. So let's look at some examples. So we have akbar, starts with a hamza with a fatha on it. Then we have kabara, 3 letters. And it's translating as bigger, right? And bigger is a comparative word.
Because
Right.
you can say something is bigger than something.
Right, something is bigger than something. And where are we getting the core meaning of big? So the way you trace it back is you just look for 3 common letters with a word that you already know.
All right.
So we know the word kabir,
Means big.
in this case, right? Means big. And this word, akbar, shares 3 letters with the word kabir.
Okay.
So it shares the core meaning.
All right.
And that's how we arrive at the definition bigger.
So it's the base meaning plus the comparative pattern.
Yeah, the base meaning is big plus the ER that makes it comparative.
Okay.
Okay? And then we have avlam, right? Hamza with a fatha on it, followed by 3 letters. So that's comparative pattern, and it's translating as more oppressive,
Okay.
which is also comparative. It doesn't always have to be ER, right? More oppressive compares 2 things.
Right. Like
And then,
that king is more oppressive than the other king or something like that.
right. And then where are we getting the core meaning of oppression?
Walama?
Yeah, we know the word zalama, right? Which means to
oppress.
oppress,
So
right?
then when you put it into the comparative pattern, it becomes a comparative, so more oppressive.
More oppressive, exactly.
Okay.
Right? And it shares the 3 letters. That's how we know. Then we have akthar, starts with a hamza with a fatha on it, followed by 3 letters. So it follows the comparative pattern. And then it translates as more.
Just more?
Just more, right? Because the original word that we know is kathir, which means
Many.
many, right? And then the way you make that a comparative is just more.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's more just as in quantity.
Yeah, just comparing the quantity of 2 things.
Okay.
And then last example, we have ahda, starts with a hamza with a fatha on it, followed by 3 letters. And our translation is more guided, right, which
Okay.
is a comparative pattern. And we're getting the core meaning of guided from the word
Huda or hada.
hada or huda, right, which means guidance. So ahda is more guided.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then, so all comparatives will follow this pattern exactly. Hamza with a fatha followed by 3 letters, except for 2 irregularities,
Okay.
right? And it's just these 2. So if you know them, you know them. That's it.
All right. So it's not like an irregular pattern. It's just 2 that don't follow a
Exactly.
pattern?
Just 2 words that don't
Okay.
follow the pattern, and that's khair and shar, which we already learned,
Oh, right.
right? And remember, we learned that they can mean better and worse,
Okay.
which are comparatives, right?
Oh,
Something
right.
is better than something. Something is worse than something,
Okay.
right? So khair and shar don't follow the pattern, but they are still comparatives.
Okay.
Okay? Ready to do some recognition?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll identify the things that make it a comparative, and then we'll try to trace it back to a word that we know. And based on that, we'll translate, we'll derive the meaning.
All right.
Okay.
So a comparative pattern is hamza followed by 3 letters.
Hamza followed by 3 letters.
So abadu is hamza, and then ba'ada are 3 letters.
Right.
So that's what makes it a comparative pattern.
Good.
And then ba'ada ba'id,
Ba'id, right?
which means far.
Far away, right? So abad would be
Further.
further. Yeah, further. Good.
I see.
What about aqrab?
Hamza followed by 3 letters.
Hamza with a
Qaraba.
fatha followed by 3 letters. And then is there a word that we know shares 3 letters with it?
Qarib,
Qarib, which means
close by or near.
yeah, close or near. So aqrab would be
More nearer.
nearer or closer.
Okay.
Right, nearer or closer. Good. What about akram?
Hamza followed by 3 letters.
Good. So
So
follows.
that's what makes it comparative.
Uh-huh.
And then karim,
Right, we know the word kareem, which is
generous or noble.
generous or noble. So then in a comparative pattern, it would be
More generous or more noble.
more generous or more noble. Good. And then what about aqallu? Does this follow the comparative pattern?
Hamza and then 2. Oh, no. I know this. Shadda means 2 of the same.
Counts as 2 of the
So
same
this
letters.
it's Hamza and Qaf, Lam and Lam.
Yeah,
right?
Hamza, Qaf, Lam, and Lam. So this is actually 3 letters.
Okay.
And do we know a word that has Qaf, Lam, and Lam in it?
Is it qalil?
Yep, qalil. Good.
Which means few.
Which means few. So in the comparative, that would be
Fewer.
fewer. Very good. So recap of comparative, the pattern is
Hamza followed by 3 letters.
by 3 letters, and then it translates as
ER or more something.
yeah, ER or more something. And then how do we find the core meaning?
By relating it to a word that we know that has the same 3 letters.
Yeah, so you find a word that shares 3 letters. All clear?
Mm-hmm.